deal. The Thieves Guild has
If you're
made
looking
an
for a
black
handout,
wire
you want to speak with my
One
husband.
snap of her fingers and you could end
You
up
there.
left in jail.
The Dawnguard is looking for anyone willing to fight against the growing vampire menace. What do you say?
Thank you for the frost resistance, by the way. It's really doing some work.
Want you to leave.
Ha!
You're the only
Ezron's
person
going
in
to
town
like
with the
you.
city in a long
Go talk
time.
to him at Fort Dawnguard, southeast of Riften. He'll decide if you're Dawnguard material.
You're a stranger here too, huh?
While the mission of this Dawnguard sounds admirable, I figure we're much too busy with other things than to dedicate our time to purging vampires. Though perhaps it could be an entertaining distraction, if we ever feel so inclined. Vampire hunters. Seems like my sort of people. There can't be much harm in at least seeing what they're all about. This is quite an impressive fort. A strange location for it, though. Not much nearby to protect, tucked away in this valley. Perhaps it's rather meant to protect what's inside the walls. If a bunch of vampires are looking for some long-lost artifact of theirs, it's in our best interest to get to it first. These Nords never seem to realize that charging in alone screaming will inevitably lead to their untimely deaths. Or perhaps they are perfectly aware of that, and it was their intention all along. These graves don't look like the usual ancient Nord style. More of these strange, fresher-looking graves.
So go and meet your beloved Stendar.
Are you sure that was
What
wise,
these
Volkihar?
vampires are
He
looking
still might have
for?
told us something.
It must be in here.
We haven't gotten anywhere
He
ourselves
did
with...
nothing. He served his...
That didn't look pleasant. But it does seem to have done something. This appears to be some sort of arcane lock. Blood as the key.
There is a limit to how much hist sap one should
I
have
quite
at once.
enjoy talking with people.
There is such a thing as
It
sap
just
poisoning.
seems like I do it
Some
wrong,
symptoms
given
include
others'
gold tongue,
responses.
where sap has left mouths golden in hue. Others have had their scales turn into bark. It's not a pretty sight.
I tend to be very intense in my interests. My father used to say that I was never half full. I was either a full glass or an empty.
Who sent you here?
Something. Greater soul gem with a shorter length of wire.
I don't know who that
Lesser soul
is.
gem with a longer wire.
Is he like me? Vampire. Yes. Not fond of vampires, are they? Well, look. Kill me, you've killed one vampire. But if people are after me, there's something bigger going on. I can help you find out what that is. I was going to say the same thing to you. My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you.
Aesthetic. Let's hurry and see it.
Surely you aren't planning on letting this vampire return to her home? It's carrying an Elder Scroll for his sake. If you have no intention of slaying her, then we should bring her to Fort Dawnguard. We have no idea the importance her or the scroll has. Good. Then I'm glad we are of one mind on this particular point. Your interaction seemed awfully cordial, but perhaps that was the point. I am admittedly hesitant to leave the vampire unattended. In fact, I'd much rather drag her to the fort kicking and screaming. Let's just hear what Isran has to say. Quickly. I still firmly believe this is a mistake. However, if it does indeed turn out to be one, it'll be Isran's fault. Now to bring this vampire to her precious island. Let's hope there is a ferry connection of some sort. I'm not looking to get my gear wet. I'd wager that castle in the distance is the vampire's home. We can reasonably conclude then that her family is of great influence within their particular circle. I must reiterate that this seems like an exceedingly stupid endeavor. Isran seems rather hesitant to ask for aid, or at the very least hesitant about these two. I wonder why. Regardless, if Isran thinks they'll be useful in the fight against the vampires, I see no harm in at least speaking with them.